Okay. So, my microphone's a piece of shit. I just want that to be said.
Just to be clear.
Well, it's because I'm not even. This is a microphone meant to be plugged into the camera.
Oh, okay.
And that's the actual nice like XLR or whatever.
Podcast.
Yeah. Podcasting
Microphone.
Oh, gee, see, like, do you hear that crunching?
Yeah, that feedback.
Yeah, that's from
Crunch?
this microphone.
She's crunchy.
So we're going.
Yeah.
Welcome, everyone,
Hi.
to the Oh No podcast. My name is Newt. This is, go ahead.
I'm Chey.
It's Chey. We are here just to talk and chill. I wonder if I can just grab this. Can I bring this towards me? That would be so much easier if I can just hold it. There we go. Cool.
Perfect.
So, who are you? Who the hell are you?
Who am I? Who the hell am I? Honestly, who knows? I do a lot of things. I primarily am a model. That's how I got started in this artistic, creative world. And then I started doing photography. And then when I was 21, I opened my own creative agency. And so I've been running that with my business partner for the past year. And so, yeah, I do a lot of social media, a lot of digital media, that kind of thing.
So you're like a fancy person, huh?
That's what, I mean, I never considered myself that. I never thought that I would even be here. I never thought, like in high school, I was not a creative person. So to be here now is exciting and fun.
So that's what I want to touch on is how do you go from being what you consider not a creative person in high school
Right.
and then being like, completely creative and making money exclusively that way?
Absolutely. I think a lot of it was suppressed. I went to 11 years of a private Christian school. So like uniforms, the whole like single track, like there's only one way to like life kind of mindset. So that was for me from kindergarten until I was 17, right? 16. And then at 16, I went to public school, and that was the first time that I ever got to kind of like start to creep into being a creative person. So I did some theater, did a little bit of choir, but I still like never picked up a camera, was not super, like it was just nothing that I thought I could ever like do. Because again, that wasn't an option. That's
kind of what I felt when I was younger. I remember finding a bunch of shit like parkour.
Yeah.
On YouTube and be like, that's cool. And then that was it. I never
Right.
thought of anything else about it. I didn't consider like me being able to do it.
Yeah.
And then years later, I was like, oh yeah, I could just do the thing that I found on the internet,
You're like, why not?
Why didn't I just try it now? Yeah. And there's so many, I think it's just a product of like, it's being in school, someone's like yelling at you and shit. Right. And you're like, as an adult, now I could just leave. I could just walk out of this room.
If you don't want to be somewhere, you don't have to be somewhere.
I don't have to be here.
That's crazy.
And there were times where people were like, sit down and let me yell at you for 2 hours,
Right. Detention.
Yeah. So I think
it
was like built into our heads to
be like, to not be creative. Yeah. And my family too, like conservative Christian. So my dad wanted me to be a nurse. He pushed that real heavy. He was he's like, nurses always have jobs. Shout out COVID. And many other things.
Who knew?
Right.
Who knew death would always be a business?
Right, it really is. So like mortician, he said that too, really. Yeah, that was a big thing. So it was just always like those kinds of jobs. There was never a creative option. And even for my sister now, who still lives at home and is an adult, like a 20-year-old woman, she still like experiences that like from them, that like she can't be an artist, that she can't like do what she wants to do.
Does she want to be?
Yeah, so she actually has always been creative. She is a painter. She can draw anything. She could start like an Etsy shop, make stickers, that kind of thing. But she just is in this mindset that she can't, and that she needs to like go with a science degree, like make money, whatever that means.
I guess. I don't know. I don't
agree.
I can't be the first person to say, this is what you should do in a creative life, because I'm working at Starbucks and doing this at the same time. So
that's how you start. Mm-hmm. That's it. Like, that's how you do it. You got to just keep going, like, every single day. You can't stop.
Literally all day today at work, I was thinking about two things. How to set up this setup that we have today. And then I'm setting up the Twitch stream for my whatever gaming stuff I want to try to set up. And there were some problems I ran into last night while putting it all together. Yeah. And all I wanted to do was come home and try to fix that.
Right. And you're stuck at Starbucks?
Mm-hmm.
Starbucks.
My favorite quote, it was Kyle Kinane said, "There's got to be. I'm gonna figure out a way to like have this always stay in the middle.
Right, so we can see it.
I bet you there's a way to do it, but I don't know how to. Oh no, classic. Oh no podcast right now. Here you go.
Oops.
We made it to the titular name.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kyle Kinane says, "You can have my body, but you can't have my mind."
Yeah.
Which is, I think, beautiful, and I use that today, where I'm like, I'll sit here and stand and wash dishes all fucking day for you, because that's what you want. But I'm gonna be in my mind
doing
completely off somewhere else, thinking about how I'm gonna set this thing up and how I actually don't want to hold this up anymore. So
it's getting tiring now.
It's tiring. I'm so sorry that you have to hold.
It's okay. I've rested it. It's good.
Okay.
We've got it.
I promise. In a week, I will have a nice mic arm.
Time.
Yeah, next
time. It'll be good.
All right,
but I definitely feel you on that. I remember the last job I had was a serving job.
Try not to bump it.
Yeah, it'll be loud.
We'll be able to
She'll
hear
be
that,
poppy.
and we'll be like, oh man.
And then it'll just ruin everything.
No, it won't ruin everything, but people will be like so particular about it.
Really?
I listen to enough podcasts to be
where
that, that people won't like my voice. At least I feel like some people will be like, no, it sounds fine. But if particular people will be like,
that like are podcasters, they know.
Yeah, exactly. I think there's there's like a real name for it, and it's like, it sounds fake, like I'm nausea or I can't take it in ya or something like that. It's not that stupid, but it is a trait. It's like the thing you don't like when you hear someone talking.
My sister has that.
Yeah.
Speaking of her,
smacking your lips or eating loudly.
I also do not like that.
Yeah, well, it's just a rude thing.
Yeah, it's just manners. Like, get some manners.
Yeah. But yeah, at work, being stuck in your head about creativity stuff, I think that's what I feel like. Maybe if I had any unnecessary, unwelcome advice for your sister, is I guess allow yourself to at least
be
think.
there in your head.
Yeah, because if you're already in your mind, well, I shouldn't even consider.
Right. Like,
let
it's
me
not
go do
an
the
option.
doctor thing.
Yeah.
So you can be a doctor and paint or whatever,
Exactly, for sure. And I like to think she has me as like a great example of like not doing the standard thing. So hopefully she'll.
I wonder. See, I always feel like my brother is always like, well, I guess I can't do that. You know what I mean? But but I hope it's more like that, where they think I don't know, like, look at me as a good example as opposed to like, well, they can do it, but I can't.
Right,
like, no,
exactly.
Anybody
No,
can. Anybody can.
There's so much room at the table. That is something I feel like I've like said over and over this past year to so many different like people trying to get into modeling or photography. Like, there's so much room at the table. There are always going to be more clients. Like, there's always going to be more.
So, okay, before we get too off the topic there, this is a particular issue I feel like I run into with photography.
Yeah.
Hold on. I have a cough button. I can do this.
It's amazing.
Wow, I'm turning my microphone to cough. I'm turning it down. Wow. Anyway, sorry, I got so distracted. Like, one of the things I noticed when I got pretty far into it was, I chose the worst job to try to make money today, at least, because for everybody who has a phone in their pocket, they have a camera.
Right.
But in my mind, I know there's a difference. There's a huge difference in a photographer and someone who's on their phone.
Yes.
But with I think more so, that's not a good way of putting it, with more people having phones and the accessibility of like easy editing on their phone or easy anything, I think the quality level of appreciation, I guess the appreciation of quality is not as high anymore. So, for example, I would go, well, I charge, X amount of dollars an hour, and they go, what? Well, I'll just shoot it on my phone. And then in the past, I think, the last entire existence of photography, you as the photographer could go, well, all right, we'll see how yours look compared to mine.
Good luck.
But then nowadays, they'll take those photos and be completely happy with them.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, well, there goes my negotiation.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So have you ran into that as a model or as a photographer yourself?
So I'd say yes, like a little bit, not as a model, but okay. a little bit as a model. I have pulled up to shoots and people like twice maybe, and the photographer was using their phone. And I was like, this is not a real shoot.
I thought, I'm sorry, we're on different pages
right.
here.
I mean, they paid me, so like whatever, but still like something is not quite right here. Because I do think, I mean, as someone who does both, there's a huge difference. And I think that a lot of bigger like clients, once I realized that I was like started going for businesses, local businesses and things like that, they also see a difference. They know that there's a difference, and they know that like if they want to like full size print like you have in your room, they know they need a Sony camera to do it.
Yeah.
So like, but I have ran into people wanting to edit their own photos. So like they will take down my rate a little bit because they're like, oh, I'll edit them. No worries. Like I have it on my phone.
And you're okay with that? You do that?
So, sometimes it depends on how much like what the client is and like whatever. But yeah, usually I'll let them do it. I'll offer them a trade.
I could see doing it if it's like, God, I feel like my microphone sounds like shit compared to yours. It's gonna be in my mind
the whole time.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's all right.
See, I can't tell.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. It's just me. It's just me.
Him.
Sorry, what were we talking about? Oh, no.
No.
Photography, all sorts of stuff.
Editing and people charging.
Yeah, so I could see doing that for, like, a photo shoot of, like, I wanted to explain my... You would do that? How dare you?
Right.
Like,
no,
I want
yeah.
to explain myself. I could do that if it was like, oh, I don't give a shit about this photo shoot. Like,
yes.
this is my job. Like,
right.
And that happens a lot more when you're doing it as a job.
Right.
Compared to, I think.
When it's like your art.
Yeah.
It's your work. Yeah. And so if it's a shoot that I have like planned, it is mine. I would not let anyone touch those photos. Those are mine. But when it's a client and that's their brand and that's what they want, I'm like, shit, if y'all are paying me.
At that moment, it's like, less work?
Yeah,
okay,
no,
sure.
I'm like, and you know, I feel proud enough of my pictures, my composition, like raw, like out of camera, so I feel like as long as you're comfortable there, like.
I think I'm proud that you said that, because when I think like one of the first things I really tried when I first started was that, like, in-camera look, trying to get it as... It was mostly because I didn't know how to edit.
Yeah.
It was purely like, I don't know what I'm doing, so I have to get everything as close to what was my vision in camera.
Yeah, I gotta make it look as good as possible.
And then I eventually learned, like, Photoshop, and there was a wire. Mm-hmm. No, I remember the first photo. It was a picture of my friend Artie Dodger. Shout out to Artie Dodger. That's a new phrase for the Oh No podcast.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Shout out to them. Hold on. It's like a
shout
out to them. You want to say something in the echo?
Shout out.
Shout out to them. All right. Anyway, I just make it unnecessarily impressive, but yeah, love you, Artie. I took a picture of him at the church in the parking lot, and there was like lights across the street in that like U-Haul area, whatever. And I was like, I wish I could not have those little beep boop boop, because it was like a perfect. I don't know if you remember some of the photos I would take in the church. It was like really dark background, so I wanted to get rid of those, and I like looked up a quick little YouTube video on how to just remove the thing, and it was cool. I was like, oh, it's the heel spot removal thing.
Yeah, it's mind blowing.
Yeah,
game changing.
And so, and then it just obviously escalated from there, and now I find myself a lot more on the I'll just get rid of it later, which I think is obviously dangerous.
I also am on that side now, because I'm like, I know how. I can't hear you. Oh no.
I can't hear you.
I'm also on that side.
You're like, no, it's okay.
No.
This is the first time we've had this set up, so we're all gonna get used to this.
She's fresh.
Yeah.
She's new.
And I'll tell you right now, when I have that nice boom arm, you're gonna be able to. You're not gonna want it to be away from your mouth.
Right.
You're gonna be like, oh look, I can move it all easy,
That's
and
it'll
just stay there. Oh, it'll be so nice.
A whole setup.
Hey, anybody out there want to be a producer?
Ooh, a job.
All you need to do is like give me a little bit of money, and then your name is at the bottom of the screen for like, I don't know, 6 videos.
Yeah, 6, 7.
6, 7 video, like full 2-hour videos for, I don't know. You're not gonna get that, price from anyone else.
No.
Most people.
I would charge higher.
Yeah, they would just like what? put a 30-second ad. This is for Michael Coors or whatever. I mean, he's not gonna.
Oh yeah, I was like, who is that? I remember now.
He's a beer manufacturer.
Is
Coors.
that beer? I thought. Oh, you're right. Yeah.
You drink it out of a purse.
It sounded like a purse.
Yeah, you drink the beer out of a purse.
Yeah, it sounds like okay.
No,
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah, it's a purse guy, right? He's a Steve.
Oh, it is. It is. I have a Michael Kors. No, but there is.
Because
yeah,
there's the
you know,
Coors
it's
beer.
confusing. It really is. Yeah.
Mashup.
It's a lot.
Haha.
Yeah.
It's a dad joke, so it's fine that you didn't laugh.
It's okay. But maybe someone did.
I do like the idea. I mean, that's got to be a thing, right? Like a Coors bag.
With beer.
Like it's a Coors bag.
I'm sure some artist somewhere.
Oh, it's
probably
it
a
Michael
painting.
Kors? No.
No, it's a painting.
Okay. Every time I see that MK bag, I think of the fucking.
God.
I saw
that
beautiful,
meme.
that beautiful meme
Yeah.
of the guy from South Park.
Okay. It's iconic. I miss those kind of memes.
Yeah. Now I think anytime I see those bags that has, I have to like. You couldn't have found one that has just like his name fully written out or whatever. Like
why?
Yeah. Anyway. Now that's done. That's done.
It's done. Now it's done.
Purse topic is done now.
Moving on.
Done with the purse topic. So what was your first, like, job? Real, you.
Paid creative job?
No, not
just
creative.
Job in
just
general.
Job in general.
Okay. Yeah. So I was a young and hungry motherfucker. My parents told me from a young age, they're like, we're not buying you shit. They're like, if you want things.
Really?
I mean, you know, I make them sound bad. They supplied my needs. They weren't going to buy me anything extra, though.
Yeah.
Like, they weren't the parents that were going to buy me, like, AirPods if it was, you know, now.
Wow.
So,
okay, so yeah.
Yeah, so, like, I had to do that.
That's how, honestly, for people who have, like, I don't have rich family members at all.
No, same.
I genuinely would have to do this, like, strategically. But, like, if you ever want to be an artist, ask for presents.
Yeah.
Like, literally.
For sure, like, build your stuff like that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
This microphone, like, I need a microphone.
Yeah, for Christmas.
And then, this board, or, like, everything here.
Editing software, anything. You can, whatever. Like,
and that's, I've been doing that for the last 12 years of making stuff. So it's like, a lot of it I bought outright myself. But yeah.
That's smart. No, absolutely super smart, and I did not think about that at a young age.
Well, you didn't have the option.
No.
Your parents were like, no, we're not going to get you that. If you went, hey, Mom, can I have this, expensive lens that I'm only going to ask you one thing for the year.
Right.
But this is the thing.
This is that one thing.
They'd be like, no. Right. I bought you food for the whole year.
They're like, what are you? Your school, your private Christian school. What are you talking about?
You have things in your head that you can use.
Right, exactly.
Think of games, bitch.
Bitch.
Fucking, like, Dad, why are you talking to me like this?
But anyway, so yeah, I grew up with that mindset. And so at 14 was when I got my first job. I was at that private Christian school, and they were hiring 14-year-olds for summer camp, and they were paying like $8 an hour. So I started off at before like a higher minimum wage. And I did that for a summer. And then when I was 15, I started working at Six Flags. And so I just, like, never stopped working, like, throughout starting,
So you started 16?
14.
14. I'm sorry. You can tell I wasn't listening.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
I was trying to make sure
you're adjusting the sound.
This is another thing I'm going to have to get better at, is doing that and listening at the same time. It's hard.
It's hard multitasking.
It's hard as shit.
That's on multitasking.
Podcasts are fucking, those guys are good, huh?
But 14, young age.
So, wait.
Yes.
Hold on now.
Let me. I'll
what
go
was the
again.
first job? Because I heard the Six Flags part.
Yes, and that was at 15. And so 14 was when
They hire you at 15?
Six Flags and Brahms will
Really?
hire you at 15, or they did back in early 2010 era.
That doesn't surprise me, because I genuinely, Six Flags is Six Flags. You're always going to have some shitty experiences and some fun experiences.
Yeah.
But Brahms, I have never been to a single Brahms.
Are you going to shit on Brahms?
I love Brahms, okay? I fucking love Brahms. The breakfast, the sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit sandwich without the egg, honestly, is really good. Is really fucking good. But I've never seen a worker there that wasn't just...
A child.
Hold on, here. I'll do something here. Hold on.
Do you know what was it you wanted? Sorry, what'd you want? You wanted something? Sorry. I'm sorry, you wanted something? I'm sorry. Oh, your food's over there. Go over there to get your food. I'm not going to give it to you, even though you're standing right here.
Yes, honestly, a little bit, yes. Also, what Brahms are you going to?
Every single Brahms I've ever been to, I walk in, I order food, and then they go, aha, ha, and it's the most awkward person in the world. Like, I'm not beautiful, right? I know I'm an awkward person sometimes too, but like, you're so at funny. Work, you're clocked in, and you're like, huh? Like, really?
That's so funny. I feel like I have not had the same problem.
And then here's my thing. You order up at the front of the counter, right?
Yes.
And then they give you your food over there, like on
a different side.
It would be stage right, technically. You know what I mean?
I know what you're talking about.
And so I've literally stood in front of them. They've taken my order, they've taken my money, they turn around, and they take the food, and then turn to walk away from me, set it over where there's nobody at. I'm not exiting over there. I came in over here. My car's over here. And then they come back to stand right in front of me and go, your food's over there. And I'm like, what the fuck is this?
That's so funny. That's a weirdly set up Brahms.
Yeah.
And I know what you're talking about because I have been to those. But the one that I go to isn't like that. You also live on the opposite side of the Metroplex as me.
This was in Garland.
That's closer to my side. Okay.
See?
Interesting. That's interesting. All right, Brahms, step it the fuck up.
What the fuck,
I don't know what
Brahms?
to say. I got Brahms.
What the fuck?
I got Brahms literally last night on the way home from Arkansas.
Oh, okay. What were you doing in Arkansas? Let's talk about that.
Chey and I were in Arkansas visiting one of our friends, and it was just kind of like a little vacation. She got like a house up there.
How often do you fuckers go on trips? Because I swear to God.
I go often, so I don't fly. COVID. But
I hear flying's good.
Flying is probably fine. I wouldn't judge you if you flew. I wouldn't judge anybody if they flew. Because you know what? You got to work. You got to go to where you got to go. But
like Dr. Drew, this is where I'm getting most of my sources, so I'll say that. He was like, there's like 0 cases of COVID in the airline industry.
I haven't heard anything either. I'm sure it's fine. But I like road tripping. Planes make me vomit. So I road trip, and I go all the time. Colorado's a big one. I try to go like at least once a month, so I'm like always on the road.
I want to go to Colorado.
Colorado is beautiful for the pictures, for the weed.
For the weed.
So that's like, and it's from where I'm standing, it's 8 hours away to the tip of Colorado. That's not a bad road trip. That's an easy 8-hour drive.
I've genuinely been fucking nowhere in my life. I want to see how does my mic sound? Can you even hear me?
Yes, you sound good to me.
All right.
I can hear you.
I feel like this is gonna be. I'm trying to watch the levels. Like, that looks like shit.
Someone screamed.
That was me screaming, I'm thinking.
That might have been you screaming. Yeah, anyway. That makes sense.
But
yeah, you need to travel.
Going? The camera looks like it's still going. All right, we're still going. Yeah. Cool. All right, sorry, I'm just checking in, everybody.
But yeah, you need to travel more, especially as a photographer.
Yeah, I went to New Orleans last year, genuinely over a year ago now. I went to New Orleans, and that was the last trip.
And see, and it's hard. It's hard right now to travel. Everything is closed. So like when I go to Colorado, when I went to Arkansas, like it's mostly nature. You know, we're out in the nature taking pictures and stuff. There's not a lot open except for dispensaries.
Which is all you need.
Honestly, all you need. Camera, dispensaries, you're good to go.
All right, so we'll smoke some weed and go out in the fucking middle of nowhere and take pictures? Sounds good.
It's perfect. It's snowing in a lot of those places right now. Beautiful.
I love the snow.
I do
love
too.
the snow. All right, you convinced me. Let's go.
Yeah, let's
you pay
just go.
For it?
You drive.
Yeah, okay, we'll do that.
And then,
that's what I want to be able to do is like make money off of the photography, or like I want to be able to. I was hoping to be able to do stand up at one point in my life, and like you could just I'm okay with making $50 a night and driving to the next place and just.
No, you could do that.
Yeah.
And it's possible, and like living in your car. I want to get in like an RV, or like a camper, not an RV. I can't. I'm too small for that. But
I want a fucking shaggin' wagon, a fucking van.
Yeah,
straight up van.
Same. Like that's exactly what I want, with like a little camper thing maybe on top. And I'm thinking about it. My lease right now is a 7-month lease, and so I am highly considering dipping.
That's the best advice I ever heard. If you can, sign like small leases and then just
keep adding to them if you need to.
Yeah.
But then
and fucking bounce to the next place. Live. Obviously, it's harder said than done, but or it's easier said than done. But like small living, and then you can just like pop up and go to Colorado and then live there for 6 months and then pop up.
Absolutely,
and go somewhere.
Anywhere. And I've been learning that like I thought Texas was the cheapest. I thought Texas was the cheapest place to live. That's what I heard. It's not. It's really not.
No,
my friend's house in Arkansas, she pays. It's a 2-story house. It's beautiful. It's in the woods. It's amazing, like an Airbnb style house. And she pays the same amount that I pay for my 1 bedroom.
But the problem is you're in Arkansas.
Yeah, but
so that's what I mean. Like
you do have to like put that in perspective. Is there modeling in Arkansas?
I'm sure there is, but
is it paid?
If you look at the population of the United States, it's all a border. It's all around the rim.
Yeah.
Because no one wants to live in the middle.
Right.
All the cool stuff's where the water is. Everyone goes
That's
to
true.
water. And where's the ocean? That's where I'm gonna go.
That's true. Honestly, yeah. If I could go anywhere, California would be it.
Yeah.
It's kind of COVID filled.
I want to go to. If I could move anywhere. Yeah, it'd probably like just for fun, for total complete removal of my life. I would go to London.
Yeah.
Just because I could still obviously speak to people.
Right. Language that would be there.
If I could speak Mandarin, I'd go to China. You know what I mean? Like I would just go even more so completely off of what it is to be what I am, and experience that. But I think I don't want to be like, all right, well, 6 months of complete just not being able to talk to anyone.
And now, granted, I have heard that like after your first month of going to places like that, you are so submerged in the language that like you pick up on it faster than you ever would if you sat and like tried. Because I have a friend that's going to Korea for like a year, and I don't think he speaks much Korean,
great.
but he's gonna teach English to like kids.
Oh, okay.
And so I feel like he'll be in an environment that like works. Yeah.
Tee teacher, no.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
That's not how you say.
Like that's not
whatever,
correct. But yeah, I feel like that's like the quickest way. I would be terrified. Could not be me. I have nausea that extends past like going like traveling outside of like.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I want to get the fuck out of here.
And see, I'd love to. It's a great and like the U.S. is not. It's not looking great, So.
Well, apparently. I was gonna say everything looks bad.
That's true. I mean, that is true though.
But if we're talking about COVID shit, this is the last thing I'll say about it.
About
is
COVID.
That if you wake up every morning and all you're seeing on the TV or the news or the internet is how many people are dying, it's gonna be sad.
Yeah.
But like, how many people more people die in like to alcohol.
Yeah, no, and you're right. And like heart disease, I think heart disease is the leading cause of death in America.
You fucking
car
burgers,
wrecks.
Bitch.
Yeah. That sounds so good.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
I'm really hungry too. So we can totally end this like fucking short and get some food and fuck these people. No, I'm kidding.
No, we'll stay for a little bit. But
okay, so just quickly go from Six Flags to
creative.
First creative job.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of my first creative job. It's been so long. So yeah, Six Flags, and then pretty much right after Six Flags, I waitressed for the next like 5 years. And when I went to college, that was around the same time that I started modeling. It was my friend Chris, my business partner, co-owner of Luna Dawn, all that. And it was her who started doing photography and needed models. And so she was like, hey, will you model? And I was like, hey, sure. And so we did it. And that first shoot, like I was obsessed. I was locked in. Like it was love at first sight. I did not want to do anything else.
It's the Oh No podcast. Things happen. Things go wrong. I'm not even going to explain it again. If you watch the podcast, you'll see something went wrong. If you're listening, nothing's wrong.
Nothing's ever wrong.
Things have gone. Oh no.
Oh no.
So we're gonna go back over what we just talked about.
Yes, and that's okay.
So
TFP.
yeah, going from trade to print to paid.
Right. And how?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're talking about like feeling comfortable.
With what?
Feeling comfortable like in yourself to start going like
to
this
like
is
diving
what I'm
in. So the moment that I decided to charge, this is good because I forgot to add this. But when I decided to charge, I had a full portfolio. So like I said, I had been doing TFP for months. Like every day I was like doing a photo shoot with somebody different. So I had built quite the portfolio in a very short amount of time. And so that's when I was like, okay, I can charge. Now I don't need anything extra for my portfolio. It's all there. Lifestyle, editorial, lingerie, whatever.
Like here's everything that I can provide you.
Yeah. So like there it is. That's what I look like. Like, you want to book me? And people were like, yeah, like actually, yes, I would like to. And so like I said, I started at a low rate with like 20 to 30 an hour. In the modeling world is really nothing. Standard is about 50. And then upwards, you know, depending on the certain like style.
Like those supermodels you see on TV, like Kate Upton. I know she's not like, I think she's retired now, but like those people, those are outliers. They make thousands and thousands because they're famous, not because they're a model.
Right, exactly. And I mean, and it just depends on the market too. I just recently purchased Backstage. I don't know if you heard of that. So it's a acting and modeling like thing. You pay for monthly, but it's like Netflix and Hulu uses it. So they pull people from this site to for like shows and stuff. And so I now have a reel that's coming together, like of me acting. So I have things that I can put on there and provide for the Hulu people. So I'm hoping to be on Hulu.
Because Hulu films fucking everywhere.
They do.
I mean, they filmed here in Dallas for the whatever the 11/22/63 or whatever.
Everywhere, and I'm willing to travel, so I will go anywhere.
As long as you're paying.
Exactly. Wherever the money is.
I'll drive.
That as. And so I feel like there are services like that you can use too. Once you have a full portfolio, you just upload all that to like Backstage. Model Mayhem's a little bit sketch, but it's
Model
there.
Mayhem's dead.
I've gotten photography and modeling jobs.
Really?
Yeah, and not regularly. It's a very like once a month kind of like out of the blue thing from that site in particular.
I don't, and this is not, I'm not meaning to shit on anybody.
No, it's okay. A difference of opinion.
If you can make it work for you, great. I tried it and had no success. Genuinely, I would go through the filter and like, I'm looking for this type of model.
Yeah.
And my ex at the time would show up. And I'm like, yeah, I shoot with her already. Like, it was comical.
Yeah.
How I'm like, I want like this. And it was like her and then another person I knew and then like random people that never responded. That were like $100 an hour, which I'm like, I'm not gonna do.
Right.
See, I had no, and then it was spamming messages to me from people who were traveling to Dallas.
Yes.
Going, hey, do you want to pay me? And I go, and then I eventually like updated my bio that said I only do trade for print.
Yeah.
And then they mostly stopped.
Yes.
And then I would get a few more, and I'd go, if you look at my bio, I only do, and they would just go, oh, thank you, no, thank you though. And I'm like,
you're like, okay, well, that's what I got to offer. Yeah, and so Model Mayhem can, especially for like, I've only gotten like maybe one or two photography in comparison to the modeling, so I do think it's different, and it's old and it's outdated. But I also would use things like Craigslist, and that gotta be careful. I've had some experiences, but they're under gigs, talent, and creative. There's jobs for photographers and models under there, and so I would just use Facebook groups, all that. Like when you are ready, when your portfolio is ready, start going to those groups and advertising yourself as paid, etc.
And then stay.
Yes.
That's what you said earlier. And the first time we recorded this. Like
it's consistent. You got to be consistent so that people, like I was saying that. Sometimes you're gonna get no's. You're gonna get people that are like, no, I'm not willing to pay you, and that's okay because those aren't your clients. That's not your audience. That's not what you're looking for.
Exactly. It's hard to take that because you definitely feel like I think.
You're like, why?
Like, well,
why not?
You want my shit. Trust me. You want my shit.
Good. It's good shit.
Eat my shit.
Right. Like, come on. But yeah. So it's all about pushing towards that like clientele that you want, and like I was saying in the first time, there's so many levels to it. Like. The clients that I was working with a year ago are nowhere near the clients that I'm working with now. The budgets have quadrupled, and I'm like still like not where I'm gonna end up.
Like, I've seen photos of you on set with the goddamn full-on diffusers and shit that are like for the sun. If you ever seen full-on like movie production?
Oh my god, yeah.
When you're shooting outside, you can't just have the sun out because the inconsistency of the shade and the blaring light will be hard to edit around. So what they do is they put these giant, clear, like basically what I'm using for the lighting here is like a diffuser, but it's like a tarp. It's huge, and you see those in like big movie productions, and this motherfucker was on that one.
Yeah.
Like on, was it Train Tracks? I saw.
Yeah, it was that. So that was my first like ever like short film, and it was official as hell. Like they had like tables with all like the equipment,
Craft
and they had
services.
like that too. Yeah, they provided us lunch. They had like when we were walking down the train tracks, they had a machine that like pulled back like with the camera,
the dolly
like,
and everything.
Yeah, and they had multiple cameras on us like at all times. They had drones like flying ahead.
Jesus.
So it was a full 10-hour like production day, and that was paid too. So like I try not to do jobs that aren't paid unless it's like my friends or again somebody that like I have a shoot this Wednesday with a photographer from LA and he has like 100,000 followers. So like I'm not charging him. He can shoot whatever he wants.
And here's the thing, and it's also I've had and I'll see what you think about this. Follower chasing, which is a horrible way to call it, but like he has 100,000 followers. Sometimes that doesn't do anything.
No, sometimes it doesn't.
So you really should they have a lot of followers,
but is their content good?
Exactly.
Yeah, and absolutely, and luckily yes, but yeah, because a lot of people buy their followers. A lot of people's followers are not real, and you can tell if you have a profile that still lets you look at likes, which I do, and not everyone does. But you can tell usually because it's not consistent.
Yeah, you're like, I don't know who.
You're like
Jaren, whatever random name is, and then you never see them again.
Yeah.
And it's like, you got a lot of numbers in your name.
Right. Like, what's up with
Who
that?
puts 12 numbers in their username?
I don't know. People that purchase my OnlyFans.
Oh, well, I can't have my wife understand that my real name is OnlyFans. See, OnlyFans is different. You can put 1-6. That's what's the Spaceball reference? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
That's my luggage number. It's also my OnlyFans name.
That is the vibe. I guess you gotta be incognito about it.
That's great. Okay, so I wanna keep going, but I'm so scared this is all just gonna die.
Right. I don't want it to die.
So let's just say we'll put a cap on those topics for now.
For sure. Let's move on.
And then we'll see how we'll just go for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
And then we have obviously for the future to record these more.
No, I think we're like that sounds great. Perfect.
And next time I'll be able to have I think a little bit less fuck ups.
And so it'll be even smoother. Yeah.
I do want to show you one thing though.
Okay.
I want to see what you think of this. All right, so now just to turn your attention to this gentleman, and just tell me what you think.
Yeah.
Can you hear it?
Mm-hmm.
If you would like a free sample with no strings attached, you can test drive the sports model. I'm willing to consider any kind of strictly friendly sports. You can decide how strictly or how friendly.
So, what do you think so far?
I don't know what we're watching so far.
He's talking. This is an advertisement.
Okay.
He's advertising himself.
Oh.
Now.
Okay.
Strictly. Did you hear what he said?
I think so.
Well, we can go back.
Yeah, let's go back.
Okay, hold on.
I want to listen closer.
Going back to 16 seconds.
Okay.
Friendly sports. You can decide how strictly or how friendly.
How strictly?
I want a tough chick who's not afraid of guys. If you get urges to beat a man, I might get the urge to let you win.
All right. So
okay, yeah.
He's gonna...
There's a lot going on here.
The reason why I brought this clip up is look at the title of it, please, if you will.
Yeah, I'll read it for y'all. 0606161631.
There you go. Just like my OnlyFans.
Yes,
name.
just exactly similar.
This is the quality of OnlyFans. No, I'm kidding. That's horrible. This is one of my favorite videos on the internet. Let's skip over to exactly 50 seconds here.
You can have a bring your own belt party. Each woman can bring a different belt, blindfold me, then take turns whipping me.
All right, so
yeah, he's bold. He's out here. He's on YouTube, and he said, "This is what I want."
This is and the best part about this whole clip, I think, is going to be right here at 1:15.
If you're still undecided, there's more ads after this. Now let's get tight.
Wow, solid ending, strong ending.
And then he walks off to hit stop.
Yeah, no editing, and no editing needed.
No editing, no nothing. But if you're not decided, I've got more videos, more ads after this. This was an ad for his business.
And see, those are the kind of people that aren't willing to pay the rate. Going full circle.
Yeah, no, what do you mean this much. You should just step
They're like,
on
I
my
can do
balls
it
for free.
myself, and then that's their video.
Yeah, I could just do it myself. I'll film it.
Stop, start.
If you's, hold on, here we go. Hold on, we'll make this much better.
If you's a sissy chick or a shy chick, you should let me get on my knees and then will you do stuff to me?
No.
Please? No. Let's do stuff together.
That's the vibe. That really is the vibe. Mm-hmm.
I can't turn it off.
That's
right,
you. That's you for the rest.
Okay, so I don't know. I felt like I want to show more clips.
Yeah.
And I just realized halfway you went to the bathroom, and I was like, I know that one weird video.
You're like, that's the clip. That's the
clip.
one.
So,
well, I'm glad that I got to experience it.
Sissy chicks and shy chicks. That's the guy to go to.
Yeah. If you have belts.
If you bring your own belt parties. All right.
Yeah. What a guy.
Genuinely, he didn't say you can't bring a studded belt.
No, I'm sure he'd like that. No,
Yeah.
I think that'd be an enhancement.
If you brought a leather belt, he'd be like, "What the fuck is that?"
Okay,
Seriously?
like you could do better.
I thought we were.
Belt
did you see my ad?
This is a belt party.
Did you see my ad?
Yeah.
Party belt.
Yeah.
This isn't string party.
No.
Yarn party.
Cannot bring your strings. Cannot bring your yarn.
We're not making quilts here. We're making hard-ons.
Oh my God, Jesus!
Oh no! And that
Oh no!
is the ending of the podcast.
That's so funny. Yes.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
So before we go, plug yourself. What do you? We're everywhere.
The Chey Dawn everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, wherever else, Twitter, all of them. OnlyFans, Chey Dawn. Like, that's it. CHEYDAWN. That's it.
That goddamn 1%.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We're getting there. That's the goal, right? That's so funny. But yeah,
All right.
that's it.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.